Good evening, viewers, and welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin. This is Joshna Borwa bringing to you the headlines first. Union Cabinet takes key decisions, including approval of royalty rates for mining of 3 critical and strategic minerals. Youth to be entrusted with task of nation building, says Tripura Chief Minister Dr. Manik Saha, addresses state-level Yuva Utsav. Sikkim Chief Minister Prem Singh Tamang distributes checks for house and land compensation to over 30 families. Nagaland observes International Girl Child Day, launches self-defense class. And in ICC Men's ODI World Cup cricket, Afghanistan sets target of 273 runs against India. The Union Cabinet today took various key decisions, including the approval of the royalty rates for mining of 3 critical and strategic minerals, lithium, niobium and rare earth elements. Addressing the media, Union Minister Anurag Thakur said that this will enable the central government to auction blocks for lithium, niobium and REEs for the first time. Thakur further added that the royalty rate would be 3% of London Metal Exchange price for lithium and 3% of average sale price for niobium. The Cabinet further approved the Memorandum of Understanding between India and France on cooperation in the field of digital technologies. Meanwhile, the establishment of an autonomous body, Mera Yuva Bharat, aiming to provide a government platform for youth development, was also approved.
उस दिशा में प्लेटफॉर्म है। यहाँ कोई किसी को पैसा देके काम नहीं करवाया जा रहा। जो युवाओं को कुछ सीखने की इच्छा है, कुछ कर दिखाने की इच्छा है, कुछ योगदान करने की इच्छा है, उन युवाओं के लिए ये एक बड़ा अवसर है। वॉलंटियरिज्म को, स्वयं सेवा भाव को बढ़ाने के लिए एक बहुत बड़ा अवसर यहाँ पर दिया जा रहा है।
Sustainable development and education attains a priority in a place like Jammu and Kashmir as it rests in the Himalayan ecosystem, said President Draupadi Murmu while addressing the 20th convocation of the University of Kashmir. Murmu said education in a peaceful environment works wonders for the development of the nation. The president further urged upon the youth to adopt the path of development and discipline for holistic growth of the nation. She said that it was a matter of pride that around 55% of enrolled students in the university were girls. Murmu also presented medals and degrees to the scholars of the university.
काबिलियत के दम पर ये साबित कर रही है कि नारी शक्ति बंधन अधिनियम 2023 के जरिए भविष्य में देश की लीडरशिप में और बड़ी भागीदारी निभाने के लिए अब पूरी तरह तैयार है। ये अधिनियम वुमेन लीड डेवलपमेंट की ओर एक क्रांतिकारी कदम साबित होगा। कश्मीर को बेपनाह खूबसूरती से रखी है। फारसी शायरों में ठीक ही कहा गया है कि अगर जमीन पर फिरदौस कहीं है तो यही है, यही है, यही है। धरती की इस जन्नत को बचाए रखने की जिम्मेदारी हम सभी की है और नौजवान की पीढ़ी को खास तौर से ये जिम्मेदारी निभानी चाहिए।
The evacuation process in the disaster-affected areas of North Sikkim in Mangan district has gained momentum. 2 Mi-17 helicopters, 2 Chinook helicopters and 1 Cheetah helicopter deployed yesterday by the Indian Air Force evacuated 176 stranded persons and 1 casualty through 39 sorties. Around 35 tons of relief materials were sent to cater to the army and the civilian population of Lachen, Lachung and Chungthang. Meanwhile, officials from various departments and the Travel Agents Association of Sikkim facilitated the evacuation process by maintaining records and helping in the loading of relief materials in the choppers. Tripura Chief Minister Dr. Manik Saha addressed the state-level Yuva Utsav at Nazrul Kala Kshetra, Agartala today. Taking to his X-handle, Saha said that Yuva Shakti is the main asset of the country and that the youth will be entrusted with the task of nation building in the future. Saha further added that multiple initiatives have been taken up by the government to motivate them towards patriotism.
যারা মন্ত্রী আছেন মুখ্যমন্ত্রী আছেন যাই থাকুক ওরা কিন্তু নেক্সট যে ব্যাটন সেই ব্যাটন কাদের দিয়ে দেবে যারা আজকে এখানে উপস্থিত আছে তাদের কাছেই এই যে রিলে রেস এই রিলে রেসের জীবনে
In a positive development in Arunachal Pradesh, the Indian Space Research Organization, in collaboration with Vijnana Bharati, organized a two-day exhibition called Space on Wheels in East Siang District. The program featured a mobile exhibition vehicle showcasing sophisticated models of satellites, launching vehicles, and communication systems. The exhibition aims to bring the wonders of space exploration to the doorsteps of students and enthusiasts across the region and provide valuable insights into ISRO's activities and India's space missions. Meanwhile, on the first day of the program yesterday, the exhibition was held at JN College, Pasighat, which witnessed participation of students from various schools and colleges. Sikkim Chief Minister Prem Singh Tamang distributed checks for house and land compensation to over 30 families from Tintek and Ragdong blocks of Zang village at the Samman Bhavan, Gangtok today. Singh informed that after a prolonged wait, the affected families were finally provided compensation for the damages caused to their houses and properties in 2009. Likewise, 10 checks from the Chief Minister's discretionary grant were also presented to individuals and organizations for various other purposes. In another story from the state, Sikkim Chief Minister Prem Singh Tamang was called upon by the organizing committee of the Sikkim Youth Convention and extended an invitation to grace the event. Singh further unveiled the official T-shirt of the convention. The Chief Minister further informed that he was apprised about the participation of 900 students and esteemed delegates in the event. Singh also offered his best wishes to the organizers and hoped that the event would impart valuable knowledge to the students. In Nagaland, the Kohima District Administration, in collaboration with Performing Arts, with Fitness and District Hub for Empowerment of Women, Kohima, observed the International Girl Child Day at Ruzukri Government High Secondary School, Kohima today. A self-defense class under Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao was also launched during the program. Meanwhile, Deputy Commissioner Kohima Shahnawaz C said that with the launch of the self-defense class, more priority and importance should be given to women. He added that self-defense class mostly focused on the higher secondary schools of Kohima with 5 to 6 days of crash course while imparting the basic training.
No one need to protect the women. I think the physical built-in power, it's about your reflex and your training. So I'm sure they'll do a good job with this training, and I'm sure they'll keep practicing in the days to come, and they will show an example for the younger generation as well.
Time now for a short commercial break. More stories to follow. Stay tuned.
Invest in the share market, earn lakhs with guaranteed returns. This limited period offer is just for you.
Snakes have cameras in their eyes.
How can you believe this nonsense?
Aren't you doing the same thing, Dad? Nobody can promise guaranteed returns in the share market. If you see any such message, mail or ad, you can be sure it's wrong. Such schemes defraud investors and are considered a crime. I've explained this to you so many times.
Welcome back. In view of the current situation in Manipur, the State Chief Secretary Dr. Vineet Joshi called on Manipur Governor Anusuya Uike yesterday and briefed her of the developments of the present ground situation in the state. The Chief Secretary also updated her on the various initiatives and programs taken up by the state government for relief and rehabilitation of the internally displaced persons and measures taken up for restoring peace and normalcy in the state. He further briefed her that most schools have now been reopened, barring few schools which are being used as relief camps. Joshi said for schools which cannot be reopened in the hill districts at present, an alternative mode of learning has been planned which will be implemented soon. In Meghalaya, Education Minister Rakam A. Sangma informed that enrollment in primary schools has dropped significantly, with less than 10 children getting admission in 168 lower primary schools and 101 upper primary schools. The minister added that in spite of the data provided by the Ministry of Education, the State Education Department will check the data and take necessary steps. Reacting to a question, Sangma said that closing these schools would not be the solution and maintained that the government will have to study the matter and focus on infrastructure and teacher availability. In the ICC Men's ODI World Cup cricket, India were at 47 runs for no loss of wickets in 6 overs at the Arun Jaitley Stadium in New Delhi till the reports last came in. Earlier, Afghanistan had set a target of 273 runs against India. Afghanistan had won the toss and elected to bat. Meanwhile, in the previous match, chasing 200 runs, India beat Australia by 6 wickets. KL Rahul and Virat Kohli scored half-centuries and stitched together a crucial partnership to guide India home against Australia. In a positive development in Arunachal Pradesh, the first residential Arunachal Football Academy will be launched in the state with the support of the Northeast United FC from the next academic session. Meanwhile, Chief Minister Pema Khandu took to his X handle and expressed his gratitude to the team for the initiative to provide a platform for the budding and aspiring footballers. Keeping in mind the occurrence of frequent natural calamities, the State Disaster Management Authorities Meghalaya, in collaboration with the National Disaster Management Authority in New Delhi, organized a seminar at the State Convention Center in Shillong yesterday to sensitize and prepare the communities in case a natural calamity hits the state. Meanwhile, in a follow-up to the seminar, a mock exercise on earthquake and landslides will be organized tomorrow. The exercise will be held in all the 12 districts of the state. To end the news, the main points once again. Union Cabinet takes key decisions including approval of royalty rates for mining of 3 critical and strategic minerals. Youth to be entrusted with task of nation building, says Tripura Chief Minister Dr. Manik Saha addresses state-level Yuva Utsav. Sikkim Chief Minister Prem Singh Tamang distributes checks for house and land compensation to over 30 families. Nagaland observes International Girl Child Day, launches self-defense class. And in the ICC Men's ODI World Cup cricket, Afghanistan sets target of 273 runs against India. And that brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.